Good evening, everybody. I'm John Hammer from NoXqses Racing, and we're here tonight for the open practice session for the NIS Las Vegas race. This will be week 3 of the iRacing series. A little bit of information about the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Las Vegas Motor Speedway is a 1.5 mile tri-oval track. It's located about 15 miles northeast of the Las Vegas Strip, and it's a very popular place for the drivers to go and a fun place to come for all of the NASCAR series in the real world. We will not be visiting the casinos here tonight, but I'm just going to bring you some on-track action of the first practice session here.
Channel switched. Channel switched.
Right now we got Brian Bennett, Sean Schulte, Michael Campbell, Scotty Reinfeld, and Jason Martin rounding up the top 5 in this practice. Track conditions are green track. It doesn't rain in Las Vegas very often, but sometimes we change the track conditions, but usually for these hosted sessions, for tomorrow's race, we set everything to a green track in the default weather. This gives everybody a consistent expectation for the every week when we try to do this. Take a ride here with Greg Carter. Greg's currently 8th in the pile tree here, the standings. Racing side by side here with Brian Bennett. 4 car. Been hearing a lot of conversation about Las Vegas feeling a lot like Atlanta was last week. Last week was very exciting, the NIS series. We actually increased our overall incidents per person this year. One incident per person. This is a hot, slick track. A lot of people hitting each other and hitting walls. We did, however, increase the amount of cars this year for all races, so some of the increase in incidences I think we'd expect, but interesting. In the first week at Daytona, we were down on more than a full incident per person on average. We'll see what happens at Las Vegas this week. You can always check for these statistics and some other information on the NIS series. There's a Facebook page for the NIS series, and you can get weekly race previews, track guides, and also get information on statistic analysis, and just a general banter and commentary on the series. Credit to Matt Busa and Nolan Scott for helping to manage and run that page. There's a lot of people who contribute in these series. There's been a total of 100 more than last year in each race so far, setting records for iRacing's NIS series. I believe last week we were at 800 people at Atlanta, which put us 100 over the previous year's record of 700. Bear with me for a minute here. I'm going to load some custom cameras for tonight. First, my friend Dougie B for providing me with these cameras, and for our friends from GSRC. They were kind enough to share some of their camera files, and it's been extremely helpful for me. I really, really appreciate that, Dougie. Let's see if we can't get this loaded up here. Apologize for that on-screen interruption. See if we can't get in car here. Looks like we got John Schulte on the track too. I'm gonna jump inside of John's car. Looks like John's gonna be pulling down a pit road here. Jump inside of Brian's car. It's been pretty dangerous down on that apron this week. A lot of people calling that no man's land in the do not race area. It's very, very, very slick on that tri-oval. I suspect we'll see a lot of wrecks coming off of that tri-oval. People going 3 wide down the front stretch. Track's a progressive banking track. Bottom line is usually tighter than or looser than the second and the third lines. A lot of people run in the second line in the 1 and 2 here, as you can see. And 3 and 4, sometimes you'll dip your left sides down below that line, but best place to see this racing line is to go and check out the NIS Facebook page. Carlos Fonseca has put up a great race around the line around the track. And Brian just loses it here off the corner and wrecks the car, thankfully. On board here with Eric Revere. Pulling out of the pits here for a run. That's going to leave a mark. Eric's going to go get himself a new piece. See if we can jump on here with Jeremy Johnston, see if he's on track here. Jeremy's getting some work done on the car. Brandon Krutz here in the O2 car. Got my dog here with me today. That's my buddy Gunner. One of the cool things about doing this, you can bring your dog to work with you. It's kind of distracting for the audience, but what are you going to do? Don't mind Gunner. Oh, nice save there. Oh, you almost had it, Brandon. Nice work. Brandon's in the 93 tonight, not the 02. Jump on board here with Jeff Carter. Be interesting to see what the weather is going to be like this week. We had a lot of hot weather last week in the track, pretty slick out in Atlanta. Racing changes around and gets quite a bit better with a hot track. Not everybody's in the single groove trying to run in the preferred line. You see John's running or Jeff's running the second groove here. Getting into the rut on the tack right at the front stretch. Short gear, 370 gear. See where Jeff's sitting on the results board here. P7. Quick run through here where everybody sits in the session. Again, the guys from NoXqses LLC like to provide these a day before the race, give everybody a chance. iRacing also provides plenty of servers before, but we're not really sure ever what kind of weather we're going to get. So one of the reasons we do this is to provide a consistent weather for every week. Just gives people a consistent place to be subject to other drivers and not be in a test session by yourself. That's loose. That's pretty loose, Jeff. Looking good. Loose is fast. Let's jump on board here with Brian Bennett. Just in time for him to come down for a pit. We got some epic timing here. Jump in with Scotty. Interesting fact about Las Vegas, it opened in 1971. I always wonder if people know how old some of these tracks are. Obviously not one of the oldest tracks, but an interesting little tidbit. Just ride out with Mikey Campbell. The NASCAR iRacing NIS series, we run most of our races 50% of the actual race, and this week will be another 50% race. Did a bunch of community work, some volunteers from the community to come up with the race lengths, and everybody kind of came around to the idea of 50%. It wasn't unanimous, of course, not all things are unanimous, but that's what we're doing for this year. Supposed to be starting all the races with a green track as if it rained the night before too, but last week I noticed one of the some of the races had a initial starting state of a little moderate usage on the track as if we had practice, so might be some variation iRacing's throwing in for us. Nobody really cares too much about that safety truck, but camera seems to keep finding it. Jump on board here with Jeremy Johnston. Looks like he's waiting on a teammate here to do a run. Now we'll come back to Jeremy. Eric with a nice looking paint tonight. The guys come awfully close to the wall. A lot of the pro drivers, you can actually hear the quarter panel nick that wall on entry. Amazing how close these guys get. That's a little too close. Jump on board here with John. Looks like they got a group of cars coming out here for a little bit of a run. This will be the last bit we do here for tonight. Just coming on to give everybody a little bit of exposure, some narration, some commentary to accompany a practice here. Not everybody gets to be in the session. A lot of times I don't get to be in these sessions, so I don't mind watching it YouTube. Jump on TV, Apple TV, and throw on some YouTube of a good hosted session. You can learn something. If nothing else, see what guys are running for lap times. Don't always have that computer next to the TV, so that's another one of the reasons we do this. Tight there on entry, working around Jeff. Jeremy tearing off the quarter panel. Pretty sure the crew won't be too happy about that, but that's why we practice. I always put a new fender on it. Notice these guys pretty much staying off of that apron. Jeremy's going for a backup car. like Brian's got a little bit of a better entry. Might be a little tight in the middle there, and he's definitely sliding a little on that exit there, and John's able to hammer that thing down. Well, that'll about do it here tonight. Live stream here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Thanks to everybody who participated in the hosted session. We just run through the summary and the results quick here. Hats off to all the guys helping out with the NIS, Justin Shower. Oh, the setup providers from... I think we got 3 different people providing setups. And the public forums, we have the UKNI providing oversight. They're working with teams to provide chassis as well. Apex Racing Academy. Matt Busa and Nolan Scott. To the community, actually, everybody's trying pretty hard this year. So with that, I'm going to sign off here and wish everybody good luck this week. And we'll see you next week. For No Excuses Racing, I'm John Hammer.